But right now, we are just trying to converse and save our time. So today I would like to put something in your hands that I'm sure is going to have a very, very prominent place in your teacher's toolbox for a long time to come. Can you guess what it might be? Any wild guesses? Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So you can now see the presentation also. And once again, I repeat, okay, I'm killing the suspense myself because now it will take too much of the time and people are still joining us. That today you are going to get one of the tool, if you don't already have it, that most of you will like to use it for a long time to come when and wherever you need it. And, really such a useful skill. Own houses, we often find children or even playing, they finick a lot, they hesitate a lot before going. Like a very useful as a tool of teaching, but they are not the only tool. And today, in the previous line of the school of thought I have taken, today also I will continue with those print material which are not textbook but authoring for our students. Yeah, when you think of reading, immediately you think of stories, which is true in most sources. To pay attention in the chat box, here I'm going to write a very simple tagline. All you have to guess is what product it is. Okay, it is one of the advertisement very popular in mass media, and I'm just writing a very simple tagline. You just have to write in one or two words the name of the product in the box. Good morning, everyone. Those who are joining us, now you can see. Okay, correct. Junesha Bhatia ji, Swati, Yashpal, Suyeshi, they are very, very prompt with the answers and absolutely correct also. Yes, thumbs up. So see, and parcel, even on television also, superstars who are the brand ambassadors of this product might have changed, but this tagline remained pretty popular. So thumbs up, pays the thunder. Now, tell me one thing. If our students little bit maintain a distance from their textbook of English, but are capable of reading, decoding, and utilizing the information that they gain from various reading material available and which has a very important place in daily life, is it different? Is it of no use? No, it is equally important. Slowly and gradually, we can bring them back to their own textbooks. But before that, I'm sure you are doing it right also, but we have to make certain efforts to make them realize English is useful in other people, otherwise in for them because they are a little bit innocent and childish. They take simply. Have a look at the slide. Change the slide. Thank you. Just see, all these things that have been mentioned here are not books. Here, magazines, manual, newspapers, encyclopedias, brochure, notes, dictionaries, social media sites, movie posters, blah blah blah, so many things. Many I haven't even mentioned because the purpose was not to bombard you with a large number of reading material and pinpoint, see, you haven't paid attention, now use them also. It is just to draw our attention and lead towards easily accessible reading material which assist us in using. Please. Now, you know me by now slightly. You see, I just try to test you a little bit in a mild manner. Now, for this, you will see that I'm going to use the time-tested method of using riddles. So far, riddles have been enjoyed in our mother tongue, but now time has come that we to present very simple riddles, but in English, so that our children are used to thinking in English and trying to find the answer on their own. Because reading is a pleasure which can't be forced. Until unless a child is exposed to read something in English that is attractive, reflect upon it, and try to make a practical use of it, this enforced reading won't continue for a long time. So on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 riddles, and all of you have a minute to go through them. After that, or during that time, if you know the answer of some of them, all of you have to do is just write the digit number of the riddle like 1 and write the answer. They might seem simple to you, but believe me, for a class 6 student of your class, even that will take a lot of time. Okay, Swati ma'am, Vidhu ma'am, they have already started. My God, what should I do with this brilliant bunch of people who are pretty smart? Before that, Mr. Yashpal has answered 3. Okay, thank you, Swati ji, Vidhu ji, Junesha ji, Yashpal sir, Uman Kumari Tyagi. Please pardon my mispronunciation in case someone's name is not pronounced correctly. Yes, Umaji, you have many answers today. Swati ma'am too. And I must say that all of you deserve a big round of applause. All these answers are absolutely correct. Thank you, Uman Kumari Tyagim. Change of slide, please. Okay, she is at a school right now, one of our participants. Kudos to you. I think our class now, I request to the change of the slide, please. No need to worry, Uma ma'am. You are pretty responsive. And we understand your situation or any other friends who is in the same situation. Yes. So you can see Jyotiji too is in the same position. You already have very well. I've done it live with you. All of you are used to this method. If one by one, if we start our class by presenting one of these riddles, writing them on the board, in case it is an offline class, it will be sufficient towards our English class. Yes or no? Please mention in the chat. Can it be one of the simple method to a simple answer? Can a line riddle or a simple riddle help online? Okay. So here, yes, Jyoti ji, thank you, Kalpana ma'am. Nice to hear from you. And Swati ma'am, correct. It doesn't matter. Or are they able to be interested enough to continue this a small, fully rewarding journey? Yes, they are. So these things might be more useful than just sticking to the prescribed syllabus, which they will definitely do, but perhaps half-heartedly. Is now part and parcel of our life and our childhood has been comics. I had shared an anecdote with you also that how I in my childhood by borrowing for rupee 1 from the neighborhood shop. Those days it was possible. Yes, majority of the comics available nowadays to our student might not be even to them to this wonderful world of simple but interesting comics in English language by bringing small resources, various are there, but perhaps it is too early to start. Like in my experience in class 7 or 8, if I'm not wrong, there was a unit about freedom fighter given in the form of visual presentation. I was pretty happy because it was one of the kind in the textbook. But sadly, the response was few, because they were not able to see the minute kind of written in the bubble boxes. So that unusual visual appeal was not effective in this case. So that's why I would prefer if he decides to use comic in the class, it should be very simple, even forensic kind of thing, which most of the teachers are very used to. Even I enjoy them a lot, or even one page of it. Yes, do something. Gopal and Ilfish. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, good, 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 good. Yes. Size of the unit, which is a big uh, hurdle for a student. Okay. Comic strips are not even counted by
अंतु मैम आज
pages.
आपका वॉइस काफी
Like
ब्रेक हो रहा है. हेलो अंतु मैम।
Okay, I will try. हाँ
हेलो।
जी मैम जी। हेलो हेलो।
हाँ, आपका
Yes,
वॉइस बहुत ब्रेक हो रहा है मैम। जी जी, वॉइस ना क्लियर नहीं आ पा रहा है, आपका वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ पा रहा, ब्रेक हो
okay.
रहा है काफी।
It might be due to connection because everything is there. But let me
ओके मैम।
know, ma'am. Is it okay?
नाउ इट्स ओके, बट आप
Hello.
कहते हैं ना तो ये थोड़ा सा बीच में ब्रेक होता जा रहा है। नाउ इट्स ओके मैम, बट इन बिटवीन
Oh,
इट कीप्स ऑन
sure.
ब्रेकिंग। या
Thank thank you for telling me. Correct. Okay. See, look at this comic strip. Sure, the visuals. These are two different comic strips. One is comic strip. One is simple, just a cartoon about coronavirus. Pink color on your screen. Now this is least interested by what is happening in English class. Perhaps it is not his or her cup of tea. That can be something interesting and perhaps encourage him or her to do also create their own kind of comics also. It doesn't matter beautiful or how authentic they are creating, but if they can do it on their own, excellent, nothing like it. Okay, now how many of you enjoy jokes? Our students of understanding simple jokes but in English. If adults are the way to our online and us. We can't do it every day. Suppose there are 220 working days in a year. Start with the riddle. So, is there any other option? Yes, can be a comic strip and that a simple joke of ours and which perhaps might connection that you are going introduce or finish, but it might not be necessary like that. Enjoyed it, you want the same funny moment to be shared by your student to see the beauty of the world and just see how easily or even a simple joke and the language pretty well. Here, next please. Already I have the next slide might be continuing. Yes, a joke. Or rather, bonus, two of them. Now, there are many. Kalpana ji, am I audible to you? Kalpana ma'am?
Yes,
Kalpana
yes, yes.
ma'am, can you please read one of the joke? Okay. Can you please
Yes.
read one of the jokes from the slide in front of you?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, sure. Uh, uh, it, it, uh,
Correct. I think now this time I'm not speaking, but what I can thank you, Kalpana ma'am. In case I can now realize that her beautiful voice was slightly breaking. So perhaps there is an issue. Yeah, it might be some connection, mine or someone's. Thank you. No, ma'am. You read both of these jokes very well. Do you think are they age appropriate for class 6? Can we initiate this experiment by these kind of jokes, or are they too tough? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Now I'm a little bit conscious that my attentive friends might not be able to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Thank you very much. Slide, please. See, sometimes we are worried. The students are running away. They do some. But students are not even to spell the name of their English textbook. Honeycomb. No, they just keep on book because it doesn't do anything important. Okay, second one is an very suitable for us. Someone or something else. Great. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for answers, please. You make this class very interactive. Thank you, Priyanka ji. Yes, second one is more understandable. I agree. Now, there is one technique that usually help. Imagine a student of our scenario who comes to our school daily. What are the mode of transports available to him or her to come to our school? Either they walk if they live nearby, or sometimes they use public transport. In some rare cases, their parents also help them to arrive at the school in time. So imagine a student ABC early in the morning, ready in the normal days. I'm talking about, not of these days, opening the door of his house, reaching the street where he lives, and looking all around, thinking of the school, the friends he is going to meet today, feeling the excitement of meeting the friends, not much about the work or other things, but the excitement of going to the place he or she loves. Gully, the mohalla. It is very, very easy to find a billboard. It might be perhaps not a billboard, but a board indicate what is in a shop. So here, prestige, a very important. So this local shop, he might be viewing while coming back. Now tell me one thing. Are our 6th, 7th class student capable of reading this signboard and understanding what is written? I deliberately chose with very little information on it. Simply yes or no. Are our students capable of reading these kind of billboards or signboards or signage, whatsoever is appropriate? Correct. Thank you. Thank you, Vakil sir. I was waiting today. I haven't heard from you. Thank you, Yashpal ji. Thank you very much. And Swati ma'am. And first of all, the first answer came from Jyoti ji. Yes, some students. Definitely, perhaps not all, but some, because they are not used to it. Next slide, please. Now, this is just one meeting. Acha, may or may not be dicey. Correct? You are more realistic. See, this is another shop which is pretty common in most of the areas of Delhi where our student might be living. Apollo Pharmacy. The only thing is they don't use the word pharmacy in their nomenclature. Can anyone tell me what is the popular word for this kind of shop? You might see it every day. Correct. Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful. So, they might not be even aware the pharmacy is the more suitable one. But one day, rather than emphasizing on the textbook. Later on, we will come to that. If we give them the instruction that while coming and going back to school and home, very carefully keeping the traffic situation in mind, can they understand and notice 4 or 5 billboards, what is written on them in English, preferably of English, not of Hindi, because that is already known to them, or any other language. So, if this kind of homework is given, this can create more interest, because this is something with which I started one of my classes in the area where my first posting was. And believe me, it got much response than anything connected with the textbook. So in initial days, we might do something little bit unorthodox like that, because we want to make them realize that English is not something which is only hidden beneath, under the book or in the book honeysuckle or the board material or any such thing. English is all around us. And if we pay a little bit of attention, it won't be so unfamiliar to all of us. Next slide, please. So we were thinking of the student ABC who has started early in the morning in normal days for school from his gully mohalla. Now he has reached the road, main road or not. The roadside, chances are there are some signages. I have shown you a few on the slide, but they might be different. No entry doesn't mean much to us. If it is no entry, then it is only for those who are driving. And most of the cases, our students are young enough to walk. Okay, but one thing, no pedestrian traffic. Okay, even that is not allowed in that case. No right turn, keep left. Now, why I have chosen these signages? Because bare minimum is written in form of word. More effect is created by visuals, by very simple bold color visuals, black, white or red. Usually these are the 3 color used. Arrow, a circle, cross, a big no. These kind of things are easy. We can boost up the confidence of our student by making them closer to this, that near your house, is there a railway crossing? When you go from your house to somewhere else, do you pay attention to the road signage or not? In case they are doing, they would be happy to show off and get acknowledged. In case they are not, next time you can even introduce this as a very small subtopic which will take hardly 10 minutes in your class. The thing is, they are themselves not aware that our students already have much of knowledge of English language, but their perception is how many marks or how much they have scored in the exam. Even now, if you give them essay 1 or essay 2 question paper, reading section might not be that easy at this stage, but it doesn't mean that they don't know English. The only thing is we are not able to tap them the way they want. There is none, I don't know who has said it, but someone great has said there is not a single child in this world who doesn't want to read. The only thing is the child hasn't found the right kind of the book. I agree. As a teacher, it is our responsibility or our privilege to help that child find the right book. Okay, so enough of all that. You already are. Let's. So the student has reached the main road and still hasn't arrived at the school. Next slide, please. Now the school was not far. You reached the school. In my, I have seen there is a kind of a metal plate where the emergency evacuation plan or a school is there. One of the other is there in most of the government schools, perhaps in yours too. The one I have shown is a little bit more colorful, but it's to give you an idea. In our school, usually school map and plan is there, and that too in English. It in Hindi also. So on your side, there is a school map. Suppose in the next unit test, when you are reading comprehension, rather than giving them a passage. You an image of something familiar to them and the words written in English, a little perhaps also. And it is the same school building with which they are here, where they have spent so many of their learning. Do you think reading comprehension will be slightly better if our reading comprehension section is not in its usual form, but along with this school map, a few lines related to schools are written? For example, if one man is standing in the school lobby and he wants to meet the grade 5 to 8 teachers of, he has to climb the stairs, turn towards this side, then reach that side, crossing the hallway. There are 3 rooms. Now, in the sing-song manner, I was just trying to uh, draw your attention that this is one of the way to make them realize that yes, school maps or any other map of that kind, it can be a travel brochure also, which is easily available to our students and they enjoy quite a lot. Their reading comprehension can be checked. Now, this thing usually we might not be able to do on their own without a little bit of assistance. So, in case this idea appeals to you, is my request. You can try it in your one of the online classes, and if possible, inform me of your experience also. Now, a document. Sometimes children feel embarrassed even after studying for many years when for any official work a form has to be filled, especially in English. They are dependent on grown-ups to assist them, even if the form is simple. For example, many of our school students use DTC bus, and that's why they use bus passes. So the screen has the form required for bus pass only. Tell me one, if the bus pass form is in English and no assistance provided to our students of class 7, 8, or perhaps 6 or whatsoever, are they capable of filling it correctly? Can our students of middle school fill the bus pass concession form on their own if it is printed in English? Because unfortunately, most of the time, they are seeking the help of teacher. No. Now, this is the test of the reading skills they possess and we have to work upon. See, the form is not that difficult, but the kind of, thank you, sir. Thank you, Vakil sir. Very truthfully, you have said they will feel difficulty. Kalpana ma'am, Vijeta ma'am, Vijay. Okay, so we agree. Yes, Yashpal sir, some column might not fill the name, difficulty in filling the name or address, but other things they are doubtful. Madam, यही भरना है जी. Quite often you have seen if the word is gender, then they are confused. Like me, correct. So the documents which are part and part of today's world, very simple one. Why not use them as very simple one as a source of reading material? Start with it. Worksheets, others are very important. But like we say, that each child deserve individual paid. So an individual plan. Most of our students are at that stage where they don't even realize how useful English can be in their daily lives. So here, if a simple form can be filled more or less by themselves only in a correct manner, their confidence will increase and chances are they will be a lifelong learner of English language. So here, please add this into your toolbox that your next class you can experiment with something like that. Now, once the child is in the school, much with him or her. Now, right now, I'm going to do one simple, one very thing with you, and that is, suppose one of your units and you want your class to summarize it. Okay. Now, most of the children can summarize it in their own way, with little bit assistant or not, but you want it to be very precise. Here, I'm going to again make a use of the chat box here, and I'm assuming that I finished the unit about Toto the monkey, and everything has been done that could be done. There, the whole story I have summarized in a few words. There, please, it's quite a big extract. Yes. Turn to your chat box. Just see. 7 sentences are given in a random order. There is no order given. All you have to do is read them. You can do group activity in your class you want. Here, because of the paucity of time, I'm not doing so. Just go through them. If any of one of you can think of what should be the first sentence of this sequence, which is logical, they can write it down here. 3, which was arrival was kept as a secret. It can be really. Okay, keep on coming. Great. Actually, my answers might be slightly different, but yes, there is no hard and fast rule. Slight variation is possible. I'm reading your chat box answer. 4. Sorry, it is 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, really? 4th? Did I miss something? Might be. Okay, Vijay ji, everybody, Vishal sir. Now, what I'm doing, I have taken an easy way out and posted all of my answers here. According to me, we can start an easy manner by saying, first of all, grandfather Toto, the monkey from a toga driver, for 5 rupees. He traveled to Saharanpur with grandfather in a canvas bag, and so on and so on. You are much smarter. You can make sense of it. Yes, all agree to disagree, so there might be a slight variation, but it seems easier and more logical. So the answer, my dear friends, are now in your chat box, and thank you for answering so well. Yeah, let's come back to the slide. Change in slide, please. Correct. Now, how many of you avail Delhi Metro in your daily life? Perhaps not nowadays, but otherwise, and many of your students can be. So an idea was coming to my mind that daily most of our students travel to, like in my case, my school is just adjacent to a metro station. So majority of staff and students avail Delhi Metro. Plenty of announcements were made, especially inside the coach. They were in Hindi and English too. Obviously, we are used to it, we follow them, we understand them. We can use them as a very good resource of English learning too. Like I gave them a task to my own students that you have to note down the kind of instructions which were said when you were in the coach. There were so many, so just restrict yourself when you are inside the coach, try to note them down. And they came up with a wonderful answer, only minor spelling mistakes. On your slide, you are watching some. Sometimes you have to focus on one skill, but take the assistance of another one because technology has made it possible. Like, for example, even though we are teaching them how to read, in a way, there is nothing wrong if they can hear what is being written also. So, while such a slide being used in the class, audio effect can be there. If such instructions are possible to be obtained in an audio clip, meanwhile they are hearing it also and they are reading it also. So impact will be double whammy. Just see, I can combine such information a little bit more and create a unit to give them in their unit for reading comprehension. Yes, it will take more time because I have to collect information, give it a shape and create question answer. But will it be worth it? Such things are not easily available. You have to think of these things on your own. But the response of the student, will it be better than any other routine run-of-the-mill passages which we pick up from sample papers or even newspapers, because they don't appeal much to our students. I'm not saying newspaper and magazines are not useful, but about their daily life, the things with which they are dealing every day. So here,
Sorry to interrupt, अंतु मैम. हेलो.
हाँ जी मैम, हेलो मैम.
मैम बस थोड़ा सा वाइंड अप करने की कोशिश कीजिएगा.
Sure. Yes,
ओके
ma'am,
मैम,
this was
वी
the
हैव टू
last
अनाउंस
point.
द ब्रेक आल्सो. फिर नेक्स्ट आरपी भी हमारे वेट कर रहे हैं.
Okay, ma'am.
ओके मैम.
Okay. So this was something which I will leave you to ponder upon, that textbook is something which is very useful, but our student need our assistant to make it more simple, more enjoyable, and relating their daily life experiences. We can make English much more easier for themselves and much more rewarding as a teacher for ourselves. So that's it from my side. In your chat box, I'm awaiting for your responses. Okay, Yashpalji, sorry. I might be agreeing, sorry, my error. I read your chat response right now. So pardon me.
So any query or any question from the side of the participants? You can share your experience or you can share your query. Jitendra sir is is writing no in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Nice
Kanika,
session, ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, Antu ma'am. I know it's a big
Thank you.
trouble to finish all the content on time because we have so much to tell and so much to share. But we all are bound with time, so it's a very big issue.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
thank you so much, Antu ma'am. It was a very interesting session from your side. Even the participants enjoyed, even I enjoyed the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Kind of you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now it's a 10 minutes of break. We'll meet again at 10:35. So please be on time, as our next RP is going to take the session on substance abuse, and the session will be taken by Dr. Ashok Kumar. He is a faculty from SCRT. So let us meet again at 10:35.